Okay, all right, let's go on to part C, the lesson plan. All right, remember what you want to show in your lesson plan is evidence of your philosophy. So if you have touched on, say, cognitive constructivism and Piaget in your lesson plan, I might see those questions finding about prior knowledge at the start of the lesson plan. If you've built in social constructivism in your philosophy in part A, what I will see coming through in your lesson plan is evidence of that, for example, by your children working in groups. So what you have to do is have the connection. This is what I said in part A. I said my theory of learning and assessment aligns here. I know the practical implementation are these strategies. Therefore, I will put those strategies into my lesson plan. So can you see how they connect? This is actually, the connection is something that sometimes people don't get in this assignment. All right. What you choose for your lesson plan is pretty much up to you, but you need to choose a topic and a learning area that lets you show off your part A. You need to have enough content in your part B to be able to use it as examples for part C, the essay. So part B is up to you. The lesson is up to you. There is a lesson template on the companion website that you've been asked to use. So please utilise that in the actual presentation of part B. Are there any questions about part B? One of the questions I did get on the external discussion board was, how long does the lesson plan have to be? Now, because it is an assignment lesson plan, because you are really having to show off your part A, and because you're really having to have demonstration of part C, it's actually going to be quite a detailed lesson plan. It actually might mean that you're going to put, say, some management strategies into your lesson plan as well that you might not normally put in when you're out on school experience. For example, if in your philosophy you were talking about being behaviourist, there might be some evidence through your management ideas in your lesson plan that show evidence of that. I'm thinking probably 2 to 3 pages for the lesson plan is a guide. And also for the lesson plan, I don't expect you to double space that one or 1.5 space that one. They can be single space. Now, if you do 5 pages, that's fine. If you go under the 2, you're probably not having enough content to link to your A and as examples for your C. If you do utilise other resources, definitely go online, look online and find some lesson ideas. You don't have to make the lesson plan out of thin air. What I would encourage you to do is, in the resources section of your lesson plan, that is where you'd actually just put a simple reference. So we don't normally reference in lesson plans. In the learning experience you don't reference. But if you've used a worksheet or got an idea from somewhere else, just simply put that reference under the resources heading. Thank you.
It does actually state original lesson plans with an underline in it, so...
Again, I think you're not going to be allowed to cut and paste, a lesson plan from some website. And to be honest, if you go on Google topics, you will get thousands of lesson plans. What you will find, and why it needs to be original, is if you just simply do that, you will not get a good mark with your assignment anyway, because it will not be evidence of your A and it will not link to your C. So that will not be successful. But what you can do is definitely go on and have a look and get some ideas for your lesson plan. Okay, thanks Wes for that question. Any other questions about part B? Make it interesting, make it motivating. You're supposed to be rosy-eyed, looking through those rosy glasses. I will let you know one of my things is motivation. I really think you need to capture the children's attention at the start of the lesson. Make sure you think, how am I going to engage my children? Make use of questions, and please make sure you understand the structure of a lesson from your introduction, your body, and make sure your conclusion revises what you were teaching today, not going out to lunch or collecting the lunch baskets. Okay? that is lesson, just the structure of the day, not lesson plan. Make sure that learning purpose is clear. Maximum of 3 learning purposes. Make sure you write that learning purpose in language that you will use in the classroom. So if you are working with early childhood, the language is going to be appropriate for that early childhood classroom. If you are working in secondary, obviously the language is going to be more complex in that learning objective. It's the learning objective language you should be using when you are teaching. That keeps you focused on, this is what I'm teaching today. This ensures when I go around and ask the children, if I was supervising the lesson that you're planning for this assignment, I went around and asked them, what did you learn today? Or what are you learning about now? They wouldn't be able to tell me, because it's that constant, this is what we're doing today, in a very subtle technique. No more questions? No questions about lesson planning? Thank you.